Hi everyone, thanks for coming out tonight. My name is Mont, and I'm a comedian, and a friend of mine is here. He's going to be doing the big stuff, but I'm up here to introduce him. And it's real good to be doing comedy again. Everything's basically closed for almost 2 years. So, I mean, I've been on stage for almost 2 years now, so I'm a little bit nervous getting up here, but yeah. So what's up with the COVID? I thought it was all gone this year. But now we have the Omicron version. I'm real worried about when they finally run out of Greek letters and we're on the Omega strain. Sounds like a Crichton novel. But if they run out of letters, I figured they'll just start naming them like storms. Some COVID could be good. I mean, we could have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson COVID. Some COVID might be worse. We could have Pamela Anderson variant. So, but yeah, it does seem like COVID's been kind of an excuse for a lot of big businesses to cut back on things like customer service and hours. I went to McDonald's the other day. You couldn't eat inside. And then I went to Walmart and realized that they weren't 24 hours anymore. And but the real thing that pissed me off was that I go to the grocery store and none of the baskets, the hand baskets, they all have one handle now, so you can't even balance them. So, but anyway, Don is going to be performing next. He's a real great guy. It's funny, actually, the last time that we did stand-up, it was real cold. It was actually in the summer ago, and the air conditioner was really blasting. So I said, "Hey, don't worry, I got a sweatshirt you can borrow." So borrowed the sweatshirt, and I forgot to ask for it back. And I see him for Christmas, and he says, "Oh, Mom, I got you a gift." And I thought, "Oh man, I need to get him a gift." So I went out to the store real quick, got him something. I opened the gift he gave me, and it was a sweatshirt he had borrowed the year before. But the worst part was it didn't fit me anymore because I got fat. But anyway, put your hands together for Poppy Don.
Well, thanks everybody. Give it up for Matt Cessna. He's been trying. He's a little scared tonight. Hi everybody, my name's Poppy Don. I've been doing comedy for 5 years, open mic. This is the first time that I get to do some time up on this beautiful stage. Thank you, Jerry Chris. I appreciate it for having this time. Looks like we got a good audience. How was your Christmas? By applause, okay? Some people that I invited did not come. I want you to know there's a spread of cheese and some vegetables and stuff. Help yourself, people. They didn't come, it's yours. Anyway, let me just do a little introduction from the beginning, why I'm into comedy. I got into comedy 5 years ago. I was going through a rough marriage, and one day me and my wife were going into an argument, sarcastically. She came out, she says, "Hey, you know what? You ought to be a comedian." I says, "Why is that?" She goes, "Being married to you for the last 10 years is nothing but a fucking joke." So here I am. Anyway, we finally got divorced, and I started doing open mic, and I noticed a lot of guys doing open mic got divorced, and they went and doing open mic. I was the only comedian doing open mic, and I was still married, which led to my divorce. Anyway, she left me, and she ran off with my best friend of 40 years. Yes, we go way back, my best friend. My best friend is in high school. He went in the military, and we would catch up when he came on leave, and he got married, and we caught up. Then he had a son, then I got married, he had a son. Anyway, we get together, and ran off with my wife, and you know what, the bad thing is, I'm gonna miss him. So, we catch up once in a while, but the last time I talked to him, we sat and we got a serious talk, drinking at the bar, and he says, "You know, my son, after 40 years, I was just told by his mom that he's not my real son." I said, "Oh my God, you gotta kid me, you know, all the stuff he went through, all the child support, all the pain." I guess I was the lucky one in marriage because 40 years ago I found out from her that wasn't mine either. a liquor store, local in town. The people here tonight know who I am. And most of my comedy comes right from the liquor store. It writes itself, it really does. I could just go off on just my general stuff. And over the summer, it's been a rough year. And a lot of people come in. Recently, I had this lady, and I think her name, she's beautiful, gorgeous, untouchable, way out of my league. Comes in every day for a half pint of vodka. Anyway, I didn't see her for about a month. Then out of clear blue skies, I go back there, and she comes in, now she's amped up to a fifth of vodka. And then the next day, she comes in, a fifth of vodka. The third day, fifth of vodka. Then she leaves. The customer behind us pulls up and says, "You see that beautiful lady?" I said, "She used to be good for a half pint, she's amped up to a half or a fifth of vodka, and she must have some issues." And he goes, "Well, that lady right there, did you see? She lives in the hall down from me, an apartment. That lady used to be a man. And she just had the operation and had her package removed and cut." And I says, "Oh my God, that's got hurt. That explains the increase in alcohol content." And I says, "I would never know it. She's gorgeous." And he goes, "I thought so too." 2 hours go by later, she comes driving the parking lot, almost hits the brick wall next to us. Gets out, she's stumbling. She comes through the door. She reeks of alcohol, gets a fifth, puts it in the counter, and she's going through her purse to pay for it. And she's talking, slant. And I said, "Ma'am, listen, I care about the customers, but I can't sell you that today." And she goes, "Why not?" And I says, "You obviously have too much to drink. Maybe tomorrow." And she goes, "Are you telling me that I'm cut off?" And I said, "Ma'am, I just found out a little bit ago you've been cut off for a month." Now everybody thinks transgenders is women getting the operation, but I have another customer, a beautiful young girl, and she's been coming for the longest time, happy-go-lucky, just beautiful, and I haven't seen her for a while. All of a sudden, in a clear blue sky, here comes this girl. She had a beard, I recognize her, and I go, "Oh my God, how you been? I haven't seen you in a while." And she goes, "Oh, okay." And I says, "Well, what's been going on?" She goes, "I just recently told my parents I want to transition into a man, and she didn't take it so well." And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but you know what? They're their parents. They love you. They will always support you. Give them some time." She goes, "Yeah, I know." And then she says, "Hey," then I lost a lot of my friends. And I says, "Well, you still got friends left?" She goes, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, now you know who your friends are and who aren't." She goes, "Yeah, I guess you're right." But then she says, "Hey, I'm being bullied." I said, "Don't tolerate being bullied. You got to fight back. Let them know who you are." I said, "This is a perfect opportunity for you to stand up and learn what it's like to be a man." Now, I had an incident where in this summer, I had 2 small people come in, they walked in, and they were midgets, okay? They came in and they got the tall cans of beer, put them up at the counter, and they went through their change, and they look at me with little sad faces and said, "Sir, we really like these beers. Do you mind if they're a little short?" And I said, "Of course not, we serve midgets." Well, anyway, they got offended and they said, "We don't like being called midgets. We prefer little people." They took the beers and ran out the door, left the change, and jumped into this little convertible and took off like Bonnie and Clyde. As they were leaving, I noticed that they were driving a 1976 MGB with a decal on the bottom, midget. Go figure, 2 midgets that don't like to be called midgets driving a little MGB midget. Now, there is a sad end to the story, but there's a lesson to be told. Let me tell it. I read the paper the next day after I opened the store, drinking my coffee, read the paper, and I opened the thing, and I noticed there was a big accident in a nearby town from us. And I noticed the car that was wrecked was that car. Here it was, those people, the driver was killed instantly, the passenger was DOA, and they were only 25 and 26 years old. And I bowed my head, and I was sad. I said, "You know what? Here's 2 people that found each other, and they died." And I was just very upset by that. But the sad part is, they died so young at an early age. The lesson be taught is, hey folks, you never know when your time's going to come up. So when you wake up in the morning, embrace the day. Go out, be kind to yourself. Live life, you're going to die tomorrow. Bottom line is life is short. Just like the two fucking midgets that told you this fucking story. Pre-COVID, it's been a tough time for comedy. I did a show down in Florida. I came on a plane back and everything just died, but I'm glad I went. My mom had her 80th birthday party, and I haven't seen family since. And my mom suffers from dementia, and she's bipolar. And I said, it's important that I go see her because her mind's slipping. So I flew down, and I said I'll see the rest of the family later. And you know what? It was good that I went. She remembered everything, had a little family, cake and stuff. And it wasn't 2 days later I lost her. But it's all right. The security at the mall found her in 10 minutes. And it's not so embarrassing that, I was totally embarrassed. It's not so embarrassing that a grown man loses his mom and shot the mom. It's where they found her. Ladies and gentlemen, they found her at Victoria's Secrets. 80 years old, I can't handle that. And all I could come up with is yuck. And some of you guys are okay with your parent, mom at that age, but not me. She's 80 years old. But it gets worse. The reason she went there is because she was looking for my stepfather's his birthday, and that's her husband, and she wanted to do something special. She inquired about edible panties. Oh, yuck! Well, it gets yuckier because my stepdad, he's Navy, he's old school, and when he was young, he was taught in his youth, whatever's put in front of you, you gotta learn to eat it and eat it all. Yuck! Now I'm gonna close this little set, if nobody's dry heaved by now, you will just try to go for the upchuck. But I just pray to God that my mom, knowing that this goes on in the 80s, don't go to a local pharmacy and ask if they have dependable edible diapers. Oh, yuck! Now, after I left my mom's house, my dad, he's remarried for a third time, and I said I'm gonna spend the night with him and catch up with him. So I went over to my dad's house, and me and him went out by the pool area, we had to talk, and I said, how you doing, Dad? And he goes, well, I've been married 25 years, my third wife, never been happier. And I said, that's good. He goes, how you doing with your divorce? I said, well, you know what, I'm getting through it, but there's some days I just get pissed off. And he goes, well, son, it's better to be pissed on than be pissed off. I said, Dad, I get you on, I get what you're saying, but you said it backwards. What you meant to me to say is, better be pissed off than pissed on. He goes, son, me and your stepmom, we're just some kinky stuff. I said, oh, Dad, I did not need to hear that. Now, while I was down there, we got a good night's sleep with Dad, and I said, Dad, you got a beach bike in the garage. You mind if I get up and I see the riding area? I want to get some exercise before breakfast. He goes, help yourself. I said, okay. So I woke up. Now, up in Chicago, it's below zero. Down there, it's 65 in the morning. So I got the beach bike and I started riding the bike path. All these people are out early in the morning. I said, wow, what a glorious morning. It's an upscale neighborhood. You got people fast walking. You got people riding bikes. You got people jogging. You got people holding hands, walking over. And you got people walking with their dog with the poopy bag in their hand. The reason for the poopy bag is to display to the locals that, hey, I'm responsible for my dog. So anyway, I'm having a nice time. As I'm riding on the bike path, it would jam up a little bit, so I'd veer off in the driveway to the sidewalk, on the sidewalk, go back up the bike path. As I ride the sidewalk, there was a couple holding hands, and as I came up on them, they had to be 90 years old. I said, oh my God, that's beautiful. They must have been together since high school. What a lovely thing. So rather than ride through them, break hands, I went around them. But people, now you can paint your own scenario, because I already painted mine. But then when I looked behind me, I noticed they were still holding hands. They had a poopy bag in the other hand, but they didn't have a dog. Well, I was down there, my son moved to Florida, and there was election time coming, and me and him, through election time, we bonded by going to vote together. But last year, we did something different. We did our patriotic duty. We decided to be poll watchers. So election night, we went to the nearest strip club, and we watched the girls dance at the polls. Now, things have changed in the strip club. I tell you, I don't even know why they call it a gentleman's club anymore. These girls are pretty raunchy. Not only were they tattooed head to toe, and I like tattoos in moderation, they were overkill. When some girl's shaking her butt with her ex-boyfriend's name and crack her ass, they're not getting my dollar, they're bringing something else. But another thing to notice is the piercings. And then once again, I don't mind piercings in moderation, but they piercing the nose, that's okay. Belly button, that's okay. Eyebrows, ouch. Pierced nipples, ouch. But some of these girls have pierced vaginas. I said, I do not get that. Why would you even do something? Where's the pleasure? All I know is you can tell which stripper is dancing the pole because, and you hear the annoying fingers on the scraper, they gotta do one of two things. They either WD-40 that pole, or I'm thinking, shut the lights off, let's see some sparks. Everybody likes a light show. Now, when I was coming back, I met a lady on the plane. Not to close with this, because it's probably going to throw paper towels in. Anyway, I met this girl that said, I had the window seat, and I had this girl sitting next to me. And we got to talking. She's pretty hot, but she had that personality of, this, not that. But we got to talking, and only find out when we got back that she lived in the town between here and Chicago when I go see my kids. So we got to talking, and I says, hey, listen, I would like to, on my way to Chicago, maybe look you up and we'll have dinner sometime. She goes, yeah, okay. And I said, all right. So anyway, a couple weeks go by, I happened to go see my kids, and I called her, she was on the phone, I said, hi, how you doing? I said, listen, I'm going to Chicago, but my daughter says, don't come over 9. I said, we got time for dinner, I know of a great restaurant by you, would you like to go? And she goes, yeah, I guess. And I said, do you like Mexican food? She goes, oh yeah, it's okay. And I said, I know a great, authentic Mexican place right by you. I haven't had Mexican authentic food in a long time. So she goes, okay. So she shot me an address, picked her up, and when she came out of the house, she was hot. Anyway, we got in the car, she had that nagging attitude. So anyway, we got the authentic Mexican restaurant, and we got our food, it was hot, and we're sitting talking, and people, I love authentic Mexican. There's nothing better. It's been a long time, so anyway, we got to talking, and she threw at me, and she goes, hey. I said, would you like to go out again? This is nice. She goes, hey, is there anything I should know about you that might, if we go out again, that might ruin a relationship? I went through enough. And I said, well, when I drink a little bit, I'm a little loud. She goes, I can tolerate that. And she goes, what about, I said, what about you? And she says, well, I'm a nymphomaniac. In my mind, I'm like, wow, I just hit paper at the lottery. I can't wait to call my friends that are married to press them and so, no, I got a nympho. So, anyway, things are going good, and I said, hey, I'm all set with this. And she came and said something that I had to reply to that ruined the relationship immediately. She goes, yes, I crave sex like a crack cocaine addict craves crack. And I said, oh, what you're trying to tell me is you crave sex like a crack cocaine addict, but you want dick. She stood up and she exploded in front of all these people. And I got this hot food, paid for it. And, hey, authentic Mexican food is not cheap. Yelled, and all these eyes are looking at me of anger, and I could see the lady looking at me and go, what the hell did you say? You're an asshole. I could see all the guys doing, dude, what did you say? Anyway, I says, well, why don't you sit down and eat? She goes, I'm not staying with you. And I said, well, you need a ride home. She goes, I had an Uber. And she stormed out of there. I had to get out of there gracefully. I'm not leaving this authentic Mexican food here. It's paid for, it's good, I'm starving. My game plan was to sit down, slowly eat it, and when nobody's looking, slowly grab my stuff or just go and exit the place. So, you know what? I ate the food. Oh my God, it was fantastic. I haven't had authentic Mexican food in a long time. So sure enough, everybody's looking the other way. And I said, here's my chance. So I stood up slowly, but then I seen a few eyes on me. And I said, you know what? I reached over, I grabbed her two chalupas, her center fries, made a beeline for the nearest door, and I got the fuck out of Taco Bell! Folks, that's all I got for you. Thank you, you've been wonderful. Maybe next time I'll have a bigger prize. Love you.